whole head is sick. So sin's mode is in all the Brindle's soul's crevices. Living life by the law of Timothy caused a near loss of family and a loss of ministry. So in the pit of sin I often ask the question, why am I such an awful tragic mess? And I wrote this candidly, a hopeless man is me. But is it cause I'm from a broken family? All my problems rooted in my childhood? Cause without good family structure I now should consider them my griefs and my calamities. Are they legitimate reasons for insanity? Cause it's apparent my parents' marriage was broken, but I respond as such. My God is lust that I hope in, giving me the ability to feel at ease in the moment. But in my pain I suffer. Can I blame another for my own sin? It's blame shifting. But is early exposure that which has made my brain twisted? Or was I born with this bent to love disgusting sin? And porn's the event that shows I'm shunning him. Diseased and sick, completely convinced I need this sin, I'd fiend for it. How easy the evil one deceives this twit. Cause what I seek digs a deeper pit. What blasphemous nastiness in that it's my own ravenous savage sins that had me crashing this. Yet I rage at the Lord with my anger galore. So hush and listen if I sound like just a victim. I'm even more of a rebel for my disgusting sinning. Hush and listen if I sound like just a victim. I'm even more of a rebel for my disgusting sinning. Cause I respond in blatant rebellion, a slave to the abominations I fell in. And since the sinner profaned his honor, hence the inner cold pain and trauma. No, all bottled up inside, a lot of stuff to hide, like rage, rotten lust and pride. Plus mixed with a big list of sicknesses manifested in wicked addictive sins. Angry at God, I vow not to trust him. I'll find escape now in the rush of lusting. Instead of turning to the creator who made me, I prefer my own ways to be pain-free, to medicate the horrendous dread within. Let me get the best pleasure as my medicine. So matter of fact, I better build a wall around my heart so I can never feel at all. So the result of this is an idolatrous, autonomous, independent, godless kid. To avoid pain in the deepest part within, I'll never ever let any in my heart again.
You see, your primary issue, your primary problem isn't that there are people, isn't that there are advertisements, isn't that there are systems out there that are making you say, no, the problem is you.
Instead of making excuses and blaming when you sin, face it, the truth is, say, I'm the problem. My heart's sick as a leper, my biggest dilemmas, my sin in the center of me, I'm the problem. Yo, I'm stubborn and stiff-necked, loving what's wicked, the judge I don't respect, cause I'm the problem. And it isn't our spouses, though kids are a challenge, for sin it is countless, but I'm the problem. It can't be solved by modern psychology, and no, our problem is not the economy, or stopping the poverty. It's that often we wanna be God in our awful autonomy. It's not my health or my loss of wealth, but rather that my favorite God is self. My problem's me and my idolatry, and my folly to not see Christ is all I need. My biggest problem's not thinking I'm the biggest problem. We do this thing so often. The heart of the matter is my heart is the matter. God's image in me is more than it's shattered. My biggest problem's not thinking I'm the biggest problem. We do this thing so often. The heart of the matter is my heart is the matter. God's image in me is more than it's shattered. Inside of me is the worst of all disease. Totally jacked up through and through. Yo, when it's whack, cause I'm just doing what humans do. Truthfully, at the root of you is a ruined dude, in deep need of one who's able to renew. My biggest problem is these wretched cravings and passions and pleasures that test the great king. Is our deepest need education, or that our whole soul needs complete restoration? My biggest problem isn't this traffic jam, but anger at God and how I lash at man. You say we have innocence, but our biggest problem isn't even being sinned against, but how I respond to the sin. Cause how I long for revenge shows I'm just as awful as them. My problem's my pride, I can't see clearly. Hold up, yo, I got this log in my eye. My biggest problem's not thinking I'm the biggest problem. We do this thing so often. The heart of the matter is my heart is the matter. God's image in me is more than it's shattered. Instead of pride that leaves you bitter, say, oh God, be merciful to me, a sinner. But once I surrender with my hands up and say, I'm the problem, then I'm ready for the answer.
The answer, yeah, crucified.
the solution. Praise be to God for his priceless substitution. The mountain is steep indeed, we can't climb it, but God decided to meet our deepest need. We like to dance around the truth like Alvin Ailey, but God gets down to the roots like Alex Haley. I'm looking outside of myself externally, when all the while the fire of hell is burning in me. Sin grievous and heinous deceives us and taints us. It leaves us in pain with lesions, abrasions. Jesus is famous for bleeding with anguish, so we can be stainless with no need to blame shift. And sincerity whenever we're in error, it's imperative we remember the sin bearer. So if it hurts when you see you're your worst enemy, look to the perfect remedy who took your curse and penalty.
My biggest problems, not thinking I'm the biggest problem. We do this thing so often. The heart of the matter is my heart is the matter. God's image in me is more than it's shattered. But by faith Christ restored our position. We're justified, which means we're more than forgiven. And now Jesus restores our condition, transforming us till conformed in his image.
What's the answer? Christ crucified. Christ crucified. Whether you want to accept or believe that or not, you need a heart transplant. You see, that is the root of the problem. We can't do anything with the old man. He must be slain. Do you believe that? The issue is with your heart. And unless you come to Jesus Christ and have new life, that none of your efforts will matter, the hill of beans, that you cannot please God in and of yourself.